The hardest part of being a solo entrepreneur is the silence, the loneliness. I'm a solo entrepreneur, and these are challenges that I do face. For example, let me share kind of a little story with you guys. Like 2 days ago, I was working on a travel agency website. This agency is more like helping students secure admissions abroad, all over the countries based on the students' needs. So you are trying to remodel their website into the sense that okay, everything is pretty done by the AI. The university creations, the tuition fees, the requirements, and all of that to go through those things. I've been working on this website back end, trying to automate everything with AI, but it got to a point whereby what I want is not what I'm getting. I needed to do a little bit of tweak. I've thought about the whole thing back and forth, trying to look for ideas on how to actually prompt to the AI to give me what I want, but it's not still giving me that thing that I wanted. I sat down about 2 hours trying to do different things, but nothing actually clicked. I just end up closing my laptop and went to bed and slept. The next day I wake up and I was able to fix it in within 30 minutes. Something that I struggled with for 2 hours, I was able to fix it within 30 minutes the next day. Now, why am I saying this? If I had a team, for example, if I have someone working with me like a team member, the team member would have said, okay, hey, why not do it this way? Just like they say, two heads are better than one. He or she might have said, okay, why not try this? Or why not try this prompt? Or why not tell it to do this or that? The silence, the loneliness sometimes hurt. But trust me, there is a lot of power. Like there's a lot of power. Like when I say power, I mean benefits to being a solo entrepreneur. You have freedom. You don't have to agree to some things. Maybe, for example, if you are trying to change your offers, you don't need validation. You don't need to, set up meetings to ask people, okay, do they care? What do you think about this? At least you're a decision maker. 100% is all on you. You do everything yourself, right? But the hardest part is you are the boss, the decision maker. You are the planner. You are the ideal person. When things go wrong, it's on you. If you make one or two of two tweaks and it doesn't go well, it's on you. Maybe if your marketing goes bad, on you. All these things are on you. But at the same time, most people think is glamorous, like it's easy. It's not. For somebody who is speaking from, like someone who is coming from that background, like a sole entrepreneur, will say it's not easy. And if you're somebody who is actually a sole entrepreneur, hey, you're not alone. We are put in this together. First, like most times, the loneliness, like the long night, going through ideas, taking full responsibility of your project, working with client. For example, I have a client I'm working with right now. I'm the customer support. I'm the CEO. I'm the designer. I'm the accountant. I'm the person that they see, that they go to. For example, like after making this video, creating content, I'll have to look at what customer feedback, respond to emails, possibly do some editing, graphic design, make calls, code DMs, respond to emails, look for leads, and all of that. And if you're somebody who is not cut out for all this, man, entrepreneurship is not for you. Being a solo entrepreneur is not for you. But at the same time, do I encourage it? No. Just like the way I pointed out so many things out to you guys. But the thing is, if you're starting out, if you're starting out, you don't have so much funds. There's less or no support from people. You are doing everything like pretty much yourself. You don't have so much money to start outsourcing or maybe looking for who to hire and all of that. You tend to do it yourself. But as you grow, as time progresses, then you see the need of maybe hiring designers, VAs, maybe software engineers or web designers to help in the process. For me, at some point, if I have a lot of jobs, what do? I outsource to people. I have a clique of friends. I'll be like, hey, you take care of this project while I do this. For example, when it comes to design jobs, I'm like, okay, I need a kind of like somebody who specializes on this. I do outsource to give her that job because I want a professional thing, like a professional job from the person. At some point, you need to outsource. One of the things about owning a business or being an entrepreneur is, it's kind of like it fluctuates. This month you might be smiling, your bank is pretty doing well. This month everything is for example, you in business, you probably know what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it fluctuates. It's not something that it's like it's always the same thing. This month might be all good for you. This month might be, bad as well. But at the same time, the thing is to keep pushing, to keep going, no matter what it takes. All right. Now, how do you know when time to actually hire teams, time to scale and everything? For example, if you're somebody who has more like a monthly target, like for example, if you know that your numbers are doing pretty well, for example, the numbers you did this month and next month, the numbers you're actually doing next month is higher than what you get this month, then the upper month, then the upper month. And again, the numbers of your customer retention, for example, if you have a lot of customer base and you tend to have kind of like retain them, maybe you have a lot of customers that are unretained. Every month, you have kind of like retaining income coming in. And then at some point, if you have more, you know that you can't keep up. So this is where you start outsourcing. To me, like I said, sometimes I do outsource if I have a lot of projects coming in. Sometimes okay, if I see that okay, I can manage all this, then I don't have to outsource. But remember, in this case, I'm building solo, and I also have like a full-time job. So now this is where you try to manage your time. So this is just more like the way I'm doing it. So for example, when I do my 8-hour shift, I come back, respond to emails, you know, sometimes jump on calls with customers, in between work, during breaks as well. I respond to email, respond to chats, respond to phone calls and everything. But like when I come back home, that's where I do everything pretty much myself. So you are somebody who is starting out. What am I trying to say here? You can as well start out. Then after starting out, then you can do the rest yourself. All right. So the key here is to just keep going, no matter the struggles, no matter the pain, no matter what is actually going on. Sorry guys, my camera is just mixed up right now. But what I'm trying to say in essence is, I know it's not easy as somebody who's coming from that background, but regardless, keep going. The journey, like I was having this conversation with somebody. She said, one thing about entrepreneurship, she said, it's gonna stretch you first. Like you're gonna go through the dark times before it starts rewarding you. That is truth. It's gonna reward you as long as you have the diligence, the consistency. As long as you are being persistent, it's gonna reward you. But at the same time, it's still gonna stretch you for the long run. And what I know for sure is the stretching that the business is gonna stretch you is more like it's teaching you on what to do, what is working, what's not working. For example, I watched an interview of Steve Harvey where he was saying before he actually got famous, he lived in his car for the first year. He said, God, okay, I get it right now. I know what you're trying to say. Second year, he said, God, I get it right now. Like nothing's gonna happen. Yet on the third year, when he said, okay, this is it. Like I'm done. Like I need to move on with my life and find something doing. That was when the breakthrough comes. Now, what am I trying to say in essence? Business is going to stretch you. Like you're going to go beyond your efforts. At some point, things might not start working right away, but this is just more like the trying period, the trying times for you to keep pushing. I've been those phases. I've been at a point whereby I run advert, did so many things, but nothing turned up, no conversion, nothing, but I'm still here, still pushing. Most of the times, when you get most of the clients is when you're not even expecting it. Maybe someone who reached out to you 2 months ago, 3 months ago, will be like, hey, are you still available for this project? Let's do it. Something that I wanted to have that conversation with somebody for like past 3 months ago. You've like sometimes you've even forgotten that you had a conversation, and all of a sudden an email will come and be like, hey, are you still available? Are you still here? Let's work on that project. I'm ready right now. So these are one of the things that keeps you going, keeps you believing that, hey, no matter how the journey is, there's always what light at the end of the tunnel. So this is me sharing my own journey. Let you know that solo entrepreneurship is not easy, but at the same time, it's worth it. It's gonna stretch you, but the end result is always huge. All right. So if you're somebody who's on this journey just like me, a solo entrepreneur, please comment below. Tell me your challenges, how you are dealing with it, how you are tackling it, like your day-to-day life, what is it like? All right. Personally, I would love to connect with you and learn from you as well. And at the same time, give this video a thumbs up. Let it be pushed to YouTube algorithm and let people actually watch and see that we solo entrepreneurs, what we are going through and how we are doing it as well. So subscribe to the channel and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Please sorry about the camera. I don't know. My camera stand just messed up. So I've already started recording, so I don't want to just end it all the way. So see you on the next one. Peace. Bye.